Angelina Jolie. The name itself carries a certain weight, a specific gravity in the landscape of modern celebrity. It conjures images of full lips, piercing eyes, and a kind of untamable energy that has defined her public persona for decades. She is one of a handful of stars who have transcended mere fame to become a global icon. Angelina Jolie Voight was born on June 4, 1975 in Los Angeles, California. Her father was the acclaimed actor Jon Voight, a towering figure of the new Hollywood era. Her mother, Marceline Bertrand, was also an actress, a woman of striking beauty. The marriage of her parents was famously tumultuous and ended in a public separation when Angelina was just a year old. Angelina Jolie's entry into the professional acting world was not a gentle one. It was as intense and unconventional as her personality. But it was her role in the 1995 film Hackers that first brought her to the attention of a wider audience. Her portrayal of Gia's meteoric rise and subsequent fall into drug addiction was harrowing and brilliant. It earned her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. For Angelina Jolie, that transformation came in the form of a tight braid, a tank top, and a pair of pistols. The role required not only acting ability but also immense physical prowess, and Jolie committed herself entirely. The film was a massive commercial success, grossing over $274 million worldwide. The image of her as Lara Croft became instantly iconic, a symbol of a new kind of female action star. The relationship that blossomed between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith was more than just a Hollywood romance. The media even coined the portmanteau Brangelina, and that name would dominate headlines for more than a decade. Together, they expanded their multicultural family, welcoming their first biological child, Shiloh, in 2006. They used their immense platform to draw attention to causes around the world, traveling together on humanitarian missions. The catalyst for this change occurred in 2000, while she was filming Lara Croft Tomb Raider on location in Cambodia. She saw a country still grappling with the aftermath of genocide, littered with landmines, and populated by a resilient people facing immense poverty. Upon her return, Jolie reached out to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. She began traveling with the UNHCR on field missions, visiting refugee camps in some of the most remote and dangerous parts of the world. In 2012, after more than a decade of service as a Goodwill Ambassador, she was appointed as a special envoy for the UNHCR. This elevated position reflected her expertise and influence, giving her the authority to represent the High Commissioner and the UNHCR at a diplomatic level. One of her most prominent and passionate causes has been the fight against the use of sexual violence as a weapon of war, hosting a global summit in London in 2014 to bring world leaders together to address the issue. Stepping behind the camera, she began a new chapter in her career as a director, using the power of cinema to tell stories that were deeply connected to her humanitarian work. Her directorial debut, In the Land of Blood and Honey, released in 2011, was a bold and ambitious project. Her 2014 film, Unbroken, told the incredible true story of Louis Zamperini. In 2017, she directed First They Killed My Father, filmed entirely in Cambodia with a local cast and crew. As of 2025, Angelina Jolie's place in our cultural consciousness is more complex and more secure than ever before. She is a figure who has successfully navigated multiple, often contradictory public identities. For over 2 decades, she has been a relentless and effective advocate for refugees and the victims of conflict. Ultimately, the enduring story of Angelina Jolie is one of resilience and purpose. Her legacy is already clear. She is a woman who saw the power she had, and chose to use it not for herself but for others.